the F word?
The.
Which one? F.
The.
Like F-bomb?
Oh. Bomb?
No? Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Anyways.
Hey guys, my name's Dan, and today's reaction comes from Screen Rant. This is Venom, Let There Be Carnage pitch meeting. This is the sequel to the 2018 Venom movie, and there's certainly a lot to talk about with this one, but what I'll try to do, as I always do, is not talk over Ryan too much, maybe add a little bit here or there, and then at the end of the video, I will touch on some things Ryan may or may not have missed while giving my overall opinion on the movie. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, please go over and support Screen Rant and Ryan George's channels. I'll leave both of those links along with links to the original video in the description. And I want to thank you guys for deciding to check out this reaction. Really do appreciate it. But if you are new, welcome. I put out reactions every single day from stuff that's funny, scary, trailers, and just about everything in between. So that's your sort of thing, and mean a world to me if you hit that subscribe button, because not only by doing so will you help to support me, but it'll also give you access to future and past pitch meeting reactions that I've already done. Super easy to do, barely an inconvenience. First, go right below this video, give that like button some love, and hit that subscribe button right there. And without any further ado, let go.
You have a Venom sequel for me?
Yes, sir, I do. And this is the second movie in a series where the protagonist has powers, so you know what that means.
He's gonna lose his powers for a little bit?
He's gonna lose his powers for a little bit.
Oh boy, that never gets old. Wait, that hasn't gotten old, has it?
Oh, absolutely not, sir. I guarantee it. Although, keep in mind, I have no idea, and there's no way I can guarantee that.
Works for me, so guide me through the story here.
So we're gonna meet this crazy serial killer guy, Cletus Cassidy, right?
Right, Woody Harrelson in a terrible wig. We introduced him in the last movie.
Yeah, but people seem to be distracted by that wig, so I figure we swap it out for another wig that's, you know, just as distracting.
I love
a little
So this
bit.
guy, he's really into Eddie Brock.
Why?
Because.
Does he know about Venom?
He doesn't.
Okay.
So Cletus wants to make this deal with Eddie where he'll give him the exclusive story of his life if he agrees to publish this message for his girlfriend Shriek.
Right.
And Eddie's career is really in the dumps, so he really needs this to restore it.
Wait, if this guy's life story is such a big deal and he wants to get something published, shouldn't he go with a journalist whose career isn't in the dumps?
Yeah, but the thing about Eddie Brock is that he's the main character of the movie.
That's a good point. Yeah, you should go with him.
But so then after publishing his message, Eddie and Venom also pieced together where he hid these other bodies, and so they published that, and Cletus gets pissed.
Wasn't he gonna tell him his whole life story anyway?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And so eventually Cletus manages to bite Eddie, and that's how he gets the Carnage symbiote in him.
Oh, managing to bite people is tight.
No.
It sure is,
No,
sir.
it's
So meanwhile,
not.
during the movie, Eddie and Venom keep fighting about becoming like a crime-fighting duo, right?
Oh, they're gonna go out and fight crime?
I didn't say that. I said they'd argue about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I figure instead of doing the thing that would be super cool to watch, we
Yeah.
can watch them bicker about doing it or not doing it. And also like eating chicken
What?
and chocolate. And also Eddie's ex-fiance is engaged again, so they're gonna argue about that.
Lots of arguing.
A lot of arguing. This is basically a romantic comedy.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
Cool.
eventually all that arguing leads to them spending some time apart and Eddie not having the Venom powers, which as I mentioned might still be an interesting thing to do in a sequel.
Sure, sure.
And so then at the same time, Cletus is about to be executed and he realizes he has this Carnage symbiote inside him.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so he just goes crazy, right? He escapes from prison and along the way he kills a bunch of guards, he tears them apart, he rips their spines out and blood spurts.
PG-13.
He throws some guards off screen onto the wall. That probably hurts.
There it is.
So now that he's out of prison, he wants to go reunite with the love of his life, this lady Frances, aka Shriek.
And what's her deal?
Oh, well, she has these sonic screaming powers.
How'd you get those?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't.
And when she was younger, this cop, Patrick Mulligan, shot her in the eye.
Oh.
Yeah, so obviously that led to her having, you know, a little scar and a lightly colored contact lens.
That is what happens when people get shot in the eye.
But the thing about her powers is that loud noises actually hurt symbiotes, so her screams actually hurt Carnage.
Oh, wow. So Cletus is in love with someone whose powers could destroy him. That is very compelling. Very interesting situation.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but then I was like, let's not.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, let's just kind of leave it as a Chekhov's gun kind of thing for the end of the movie. I want to keep this at a tight 90.
Yeah, sure, okay.
So anyway, Carnage hacks the internet and finds out where she's being kept from some secret government files.
Oh, that plot point feels like it was written in 1996.
Thank you. So then he goes and breaks her free of where she's being held too.
Wow, so what are they gonna do now?
Oh, they have a very evil plan, sir. They want to get married and get revenge on 3 people they don't like.
What?
Yeah, see, Shriek Zeke wants revenge on the guy that made her wear the contact lens, and then Cletus wants revenge on Eddie for publishing an article after he specifically asked him to publish an article, right?
Yeah,
and
he
Carnage,
sure did.
He wants revenge on Venom for, I don't know, being his dad.
What are you talking about?
Look, I just want Venom and Carnage to fight, okay?
Oh,
sure,
okay, yeah,
why
no,
not?
I don't really need a good reason.
Great, because I don't have one.
That's fine.
And so
Awesome.
then we're gonna go to this cathedral and we're gonna have this big third act fight like you've never seen before.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen any big budget blockbusters in the past couple years?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, then no, you have seen this before.
Oh.
Yeah, big CGI fight between protagonist and bad guy with similar powers.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah, sure.
And at a certain point, the bad guys have Anne, and they're like, hey, Eddie, we're gonna kill her in front of you.
Oh, she gets killed right in front of Eddie?
Nope.
You'd think so because of the words they said, but
No.
no, they immediately climb to the top of the cathedral out of his sight.
Oh, interesting.
Like a King Kong type move.
strategy.
And then Shriek ends up falling from the top of the building, and her scream makes the symbiotes disconnect from their hosts.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Eddie and Cletus also fall, but Venom manages to reconnect with Eddie before he hits the ground.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
So now Carnage wants to go rebond with Cletus, and Venom has to stop him.
Is that going to be hard to do?
Actually, it's gonna
Gonna
be
be
super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just eats him up. He's all weak now. Yum, yum, yum.
Very delicious.
Yum, yum, yum.
So then they're about to kill Cletus, and he's like, hey, nobody asked, but I was abused, and also I wanted to be your friend.
What?
I don't know.
Nobody
I figured I should take a shot
cares.
at making the villain sympathetic. I realized at this point in the script that I forgot to kind of develop the character.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. So anyway, then Venom bites his head off.
Oh, my God.
But right before he does, we're allowed one F word in a PG-13 movie, right?
Well, you know, that depends. What F word are you talking about?
The F word?
The.
Which one?
The.
Like F-bomb?
Oh. Ba-bomb?
No? Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Anyway, so that's about it. What do you think?
Well, it sounds like a movie, you know?
It is.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it is.
I'm just a little worried, you know, the market's so saturated with superhero movies. I feel like there's nothing setting us apart, you know? Like, why should people talk about this?
Well, what if we tack on a post-credit scene where we, shove Venom into the MCU?
Yep, there it is. There's those eyes. Look at those.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that certainly will. Venom 2's post-credit scene changes the Marvel movies forever. Holy crap. Okay, so just on a few points. The whole reverse vampire thing with Cletus biting into him and oh, I tasted his blood. Now I have his powers. What? Why is that a thing? Okay, so then there's also the fact that this movie is incredibly hindered by the whole PG-13 thing because, not Venom. Carnage is supposed to literally create Carnage. He's supposed to be this evil dude, super, super evil, right? But, there's a lot of things that are implied that happens, right? That you don't really get to see. And it's because, the things that he described, oh, he ripped this guy in two, or took this guy's spine out, or whatever. And then he came back with, this is PG-13, so we can't do that. So there was a lot of stuff that he couldn't do. And then, trying to make him sympathetic, he doesn't need to be a sympathetic character in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't have to be. Not every bad guy has to be super sympathetic, because Carnage from the comics, I don't remember him ever being that way. And then you had the stuff between Venom and Brock to where it's it's almost like this little odd couple living together situation thing. Some of the jokes were funny. Some of them were super cringy and felt really forced. There was a whole lot of jokes being made and not a whole lot of action. But thankfully, the post-credits thing made this worth seeing because it basically throws him into the MCU, and he's like, oh, I like it here. This looks pretty nice, and it could be interesting to see if maybe they'll walk into they'll walk into Cletus' character again, considering now he's now in a different universe, and what is Cletus going to be like in the MCU universe? So, this movie was okay. I don't think I'd ever watch this movie again if I had to, but it wasn't completely terrible. And I also could have done without, the whole Anne and Brock thing, because they already kind of finished that up in the last one. They didn't really need to reintroduce that here. I felt like they could have focused on other things, but either way, it wasn't a terrible movie, but it also wasn't too great either. So that'll do it for me here. But before I go, though, I would like to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon: Marvin Espinoza, Cruising, Wolver310, Kester Carnage, Amber K, Mini Melt, Lauren Davenport, and Rocco Luchisano. Thank you guys so very much. You guys are awesome. And in my lone channel member, TMA, you also are just as awesome. And if you too like to have your name read at the end of each and every one of my videos, plus many other fun goodies, maybe even react to a patch pitch meeting or two, please head on over to patreon.com/DDreactor. Link will be right there and in the description, or you can head on over to my channel page, click that join button there, or go right below this video and click that join button there. And with that being said, comment down below. Let me know, what did you think about this movie? Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Also want to see past reaction I've done other pitch meetings. Got a nice playlist right over there full of videos for you. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Ring notification bell because I put new videos every single day. And I'll see you guys next time.